Hello my dear little students, this question is related to symmetry. The question reads, the smallest number of squares that must be shaded so that the given figure has a line of symmetry is. Then you are given 4 options. Read the question carefully. You have got a figure. You have to find out the smallest number of squares so that this figure has a line of symmetry. So first of all, we need to study this, observe this figure carefully and to figure out where the line of symmetry should be. So in this figure, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 number of columns and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So basically there are 6 rows and 6 columns in the figure. Now the line of symmetry should pass exactly through the middle portion of the figure. We cannot have a line of symmetry passing through this portion. Why? Because in that case we will have 2 columns on the left hand side, whereas 1, 2, 3, 4 columns on the right hand side. So across this line, the left hand side and the right hand sides are not symmetric. So the line of symmetry should exactly pass through this point. Then in this case we have got 3 columns on the right hand side and 3 columns on the left hand side. Or the line of symmetry can also be horizontal like this. Then also the exact number of rows on the top will be equal to the exact number of rows in the bottom. So we can have 2 line of symmetries over here as far as number of columns and rows are concerned. Out of these 2 line of symmetries, we have to find out smallest number of squares that must be shaded so that the given figure is shaded on either side of the line of symmetry. Now you see that this figure has got some of the squares shaded. So let me redraw this figure. Okay, here I have redrawn the figure and then I will consider both line of symmetries one by one. Let us consider the vertical line of symmetry first. This is the vertical line of symmetry where we have 3 columns on either side of the line of symmetry. So this line divides the figure into 2 equal portions on either side, left hand side and right hand side. Now we have to make it symmetric with respect to the shaded squares. You see that this portion is shaded, this is shaded, this portion is shaded and this square is shaded. So likewise we have to symmetrically shade only those portions on the other side. So if this is shaded, then exactly this has to be, then this has to be shaded. If this is shaded, this is 1, 2 squares far from the line of symmetry. So far from the line of symmetry. So this has to be shaded 1, 2 over here. Similarly, the cornermost squares are shaded. So this and this has to be shaded. So now how many squares are shaded over here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see that we have shaded 4 squares to make the figure symmetric on either side, left hand side and right hand side. You can see that figure is symmetric across this red line of symmetry. So this is shaded, this is also shaded, this is shaded, this is shaded, this is shaded. So you can see that the cornermost are shaded, these 2 are shaded, these 2 are shaded, and again the bottom cornermost are shaded. So making this symmetric, if we fold this figure along this line of symmetry, then the figure will be totally overlapped. So the thing is that this is symmetric across this line of symmetry and we need to shade 4 squares to arrive at its symmetry. So some of the students may mark this option C as correct without checking the other option. So let us check the other possibility. If we take horizontal line of symmetry, here the figure is symmetric across top portion and bottom portion. So now for this to be symmetric, we have to again shade some of the portions. Here this portion is shaded, so exactly we have to shade 1, 2. This portion has to be shaded. Let me shade this. Yes, this is shaded. Similarly, you can see that the corners are shaded, corner portion is shaded, here also corner portion is shaded, so no need to shade again. Now here you see this is shaded, so we need to shade over here. Now here it is very clear that now the figure is symmetric across line of symmetry which is horizontal. This portion makes this portion is equivalent to this portion is equivalent to this portion, and this is equivalent to this portion on top and bottom portion respectively. So how many squares we have shaded to make the figure symmetric across this horizontal line of symmetry? 1 1 2, so 2. So the right answer over here is option A, that is 2 and not 4, because 4 squares are shaded if the line of symmetry is taken as vertical line of symmetry. So for such type of question, it is suggested to read the question carefully and check out all the possibilities. Don't rush to the answer without observing or taking care of all the possibilities. The right answer to the question is 2, that is option A. Keep practicing with Default Monk. Thank you.